Good afternoon from Harlan and Hazel Rogers Softball Complex on the north side of Fort Dodge. It's time for Class 2A Semifinal Softball. It's the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. It is 90 degrees, feels like 103. Don't look at the radar and don't look it to the north. We're going to play as much softball as we can as we live under this heat advisory on this Wednesday afternoon. Hello, everybody. Along with Reagan Hassel, I'm Paul Yeager. Glad to have you here for this 2A semifinal. It's the West Lyon Wildcats from Northwest Iowa and Louisa-Muscatine, the Falcons from Southeast Iowa. You can't get much farther away here, Reagan, between these two teams, but they are joined together at Fort Dodge. What have you seen from either of these squads that you're looking forward to today?
I think overall, like with these games and all the other games we've seen at the tournament so far, lots of grit, lots of close scores, games on the line, last inning wins, just exciting softball overall.
And let's also talk about some hits.
Yes.
These two teams can hit the ball.
Yeah, they sure can. I think everyone here, I think the offenses on every squad have been superb, and I'm really excited to see the amount of hits we have tonight. I think we've had a lot of double-digit hit games, and those make it exciting. So
you played at Pleasant Valley. You play at Wartburg now. You know when a hit sounds good. Does that get you excited? Because I know it gets me excited.
Yes, I do, except when it goes right to people, which I've also seen a lot this week so far, which can be frustrating, but puts pressure on the defense, and it's a lot of fun. So.
Well, West Lyon advanced in their quarterfinal game here, and this is what they did. They beat West Lyon didn't beat West Lyon, but West Lyon beat Cascade in that opener 10-8. Jess Saliski, 3 for 3, a home run. That was after West Lyon trailed 4-0 on a grand slam. And then Louisa-Muscatine, they defeated West Monona 5-2. They were up 5-0, jumped out early, and it was a little combination. Cameron Taylor and a freshman came in to pitch, Grace Hoops. We'll see both of them probably before this week is through. When you score 10 runs in a game, you got to feel like the ball looks like a beach ball, right?
For sure.
I mean, so then you know how it is when you play here. The pitching gets tougher. So how do you adjust when you think you're in the zone, but all of a sudden this pitcher's going to pull a string?
Yeah, I think just staying disciplined, sticking to the plan you came in with. If it's not working, finding something that does work. Making adjustments is really important, especially against these great pitchers that we're going to see. And then communication between batters, what you're seeing, what she gave to each batter is really important, and I think will lead to some success.
Wind is out of the south at 14 miles an hour. Let's meet the two teams that are on the field now. We're going to see all the introductions from the team in black, which is in black and gold, which is Louisa-Muscatine and West Lyon. Let's go upstairs to public address. We have to get a photo because Wartburg always wants him. Send that to PR or the softball feed. Here's some things about the teams, if you want to just quick skim. All right, there you go. You've got West Lyon, 165 miles away from Fort Dodge. That's just over 3 hours. And then you have Louisa-Muscatine. That's Letts, Fruitland, Grandview, Muscatine, 173 miles, 3 hours, 26 minutes, if all the traffic is going your way. So, Reagan, what a perfect place to play to put these two teams. Let's start with pitching here because that is in softball where a lot of it is. For Louisa-Muscatine, here comes Cameron Taylor. She's 22-3, 143 innings pitched and 171 strikeouts, 43 earned runs. And and she's walked 58 this season. In the quarterfinals, she threw 5 1/3, gave up a hit, no runs, 1 walk, and 3 Ks. We did see Hoops. We could see her. Coach Brian Butler said, I've put Hoops in some tough positions. That's an 8th grader. But when you have someone that's a senior in the circle going to Mount Mercy, makes you feel good about how this thing goes, right?
Yeah, for sure. I watched them in their quarterfinal game, and the energy that she brought, both pitchers brought, was awesome. I think their defense has their back when they need it, and they can rely on both pitchers in the circle and defensively as well. Let's
talk about that defense. In left field, it's Enriquez, Kissel, and Williams. In the infield, Kissel, Hoops, Raymer, and Watkins-Schoenig. The catcher is Jocelyn Raymer, and the pitcher is Cameron Taylor. This lineup for West Lyon: Ella Langhorst, Leah Blauet, Jersey Hoff, Reese Kramer, Braylon Childress, Caitlin Brent Scott, Mallory Cook, Jessa Soliski, Lucy Dornenweird. The Falcons in their black, gold numbers and font with some striping down each pant leg trimmed in white. The Wildcats from West Lyon going with the blue pant look, gray top, blue numbers trimmed with black and high black socks. As we get you ready for this softball game, we have the throwdown from Raymer to Kissel, which means we are close to first pitch just after 5:30 today. On this Wednesday, July the 23rd, 2025. This is Class 2A. This is a chance to play in the state final, and it all starts now here on the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Unit Digital Network, which is built by Mid-American Energy. Brought to you by the proud title sponsor, the Iowa Farm Bureau. We're ready to go. Our home plate umpire, Aaron Schmidt, says play ball, and the first pitch is outside for a ball. All of this hype, all this introduction, all of that stuff. Just softball now, right?
Yes, for sure. Same game. I think that's important to keep in mind for the players on the field.
The 1-0 coming. He's fouled back into the screen, and they're leaving it up. Beautiful day if you like hot, humid weather here. Some people do. Did you like, you now play in the cold a lot more than you do the hot, but you used to play in the hot.
Yeah, I think after playing a spring season, the summer seems daunting. I'm not sure how I made it, really.
Hit in the air towards center. Going back, it looks like it's going to be over her shoulder. Kissel, it short hops the fence, throws it back into the infield, and it's a leadoff double for Ella Langhorst. That's the first time I think I've heard daunting used this week, so great job there. Reagan, good piece of hitting there to get things started.
For sure.
So now we will have a runner, and coming in for West Lyon is going to be Brooke Poppins. The old courtesy runner. So Blauett now will be responsible for moving that runner to third or driving her home on this first pitch coming from Taylor. Hit in the air, getting close to foul territory, giving chase, but losing it just for a moment was Raymer. Pretty sure she looked straight up into that sun. It was in that tough, call it coffin corner here to our left where the warm-up batter stands for the third base team is batting. All of that for a strike. That one is punched foul down the right side. As Blauett looks down at her coach, Alexis Severson. It's an 0-2 pitch coming from Taylor. Punched again to the right side and foul. Now, one of the parents just said, keep spoiling. That's exactly what that was, right?
Yes, for sure. Adjustments made on each pitch. Slowly inching between the lines here.
It did. You're right. It is getting closer to being a fair ball. And if you hit it to first, that would give Poppins a chance to get to third. That's kind of what you're looking to do here. Taylor winds and fires. That's hit in the air. Foul behind us. 3 foul balls here. Coach says that Leah makes good contact and very good at putting the ball in play, and I think that's a pretty spot-on assessment of her third baseman. The 0-2 out of the zone for a ball. Before we get done here, we'll have a little bit of sun in our area behind home, but right now it is full-on sun for those in the first base side of this field. The pitch is hit up the middle. It's going to bounce, hoops across, but not in time. A, that ball was chopped high. B, Blauett got down the line in a hurry for the hit. So Jersey Hoff, who will call this field home next year, playing for Iowa Central. Digs in from the left side. The 3-place hitter has 2 runners on base and no outs. First pitch is taken, and Blauett's going to go down to second, uncontested. So now you've got runners in scoring position, nobody out. West Lyon looking to strike that first punch. That pitch comes up and in. The 2-0 coming to Hoff, right down the middle. Great movement on that pitch by Taylor. All right, what are you thinking here? 2-1, they got to come to you, but not too good, right?
Yeah, I think you just stick to your plan, look for the pitch you're looking for, find a way to score some runs or make the defense work, put pressure on the pitcher.
The 2-1 is up and in, but it did kind of break last minute, but is high. Heat is a good attribute as a pitcher, but it's all about placement, right?
For sure, hitting your spots, making the batter think.
Fouled off into the screen behind us, and the count will go full. Infielders, even with the bag at the corners, looking for the third place hitter Hoff to swing wildly. She hits it to right. That's going to be caught, and it's not deep enough. Hard throw goes past the third baseman, and in to score is going to be is Poppins for the game's first run. The catch was made. The throw went high. Blauett goes down to third, and the Wildcats get their first run.
That's a great piece of hitting. Definitely put pressure on the defense there. You could see the right fielder throwing that as hard as she could, try to get that runner who left third a little hard there, but the throw just not accurate and lets that run score.
Poppins was headed back to the bag. She was not going to be able to go. Nice pitch from Taylor to Reese Kramer, the sophomore. Bats in the cleanup spot with the runner on. 1 in, 1 out, 1-0. West Lyon leads Louisa-Muscatine. The pitch. Ooh, nice swing. That pitch kind of broke up. I don't think that was quite a rise ball. Looked like it had a little more break in than back towards the center, but or was that a rise ball and I just missed it?
I think it might have been a rise ball, but it was a good pitch.
Head
definitely kept her on her toes.
It was the movement in and out that caught me. Nice pitch. One ball, 2 strikes. Reese Kramer here, looking to move the line forward and drive in her teammate. That one swings through it, and that's a strikeout. First one of the game for Taylor, and there's 2 away. Braylon Childress now to bat against Taylor with 2 outs and a runner at third. Hit, foul, and out of play to the right side. Childress, a junior, playing shortstop. Highly believes in the team motto of next play. Now she's thinking next pitch. Taylor's been kind of living on the high part of the zone. Let's see what Childress does with this one. That one's high. Gets away from the catcher. Here's the throw. No, she'll hold it. Raymer not able to get it out of her hand on a covering Taylor, so the second run of the game scores for West Lyon.
That's a great piece of base running there, taking the aggressive lead off third. Definitely got a good jump off the base. To score that run, she saw that opportunity. I think it's early in the game. You're up 1-0 here in the first. A good risk to take there.
But when you score 10 runs, you got 10 runs a game here at the state tournament. That one's hit in the air towards right. Coming over is Williams. She'll make the grab right in front of Grace Kissel to retire the side. So Williams makes 2 catches for 2 outs, but it's a sacrifice fly and a wild throw that allowed the game's first run to score and a pass ball for the second. 2-0 West Lyon as Louisa-Muscatine coming up to bat here in their half of the first. You're watching the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Digital Network.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Back here on the MidAmerican Energy Digital Network, which is powered by MidAmerican Energy, because that's why it's the MidAmerican Energy Digital Network from the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Class 2A semifinal, the winner of this will play Van Meter, the top seed. Bulldogs with a walk-off win in the bottom of the 7th. That's why it's a walk-off against West Fork. And that was a good game. Close the whole way. West Fork, that 7th just kind of got away from them. A runner got on, and then another one moved up without any sacrifice. And before you know it, It was a hard hit shot to short, just off the glove of the shortstop. I think that runner was going the whole way. And Van Meter will play in the title game Friday at 5 o'clock. Louisa-Muscatine will send Grace Kissel, Hannah Kissel, Keely Williams up, and if anybody gets on, Jocelyn Raymer. They will face West Lions pitcher Jersey Hoff. And that one misses. 2-0. Cook, Blauwit, and Dorneweird in the outfield, left to right. Kramer, Childress, Saliski, and Brent Scott on the infield. That one is hit by pitch, and the leadoff batter's on for the Falcons. Ella Langhorst, the catcher, chases down that hit by pitch, throws it back to Jersey Hoff, and it'll be a runner on for Hannah Kissel.
That's a key base runner for them for sure. She steals second here. You've got a pretty good position with no outs in the heart of your lineup.
If anything, it's so psychological to get that leadoff runner on,
for
right?
Sure,
I
yes.
mean, it's just when you're out there in defense, you're like, oh, right? Just, or how do you as a player now, if you're West Lyon and that first runner gets on, what's got to be your mentality?
I think just stay in control. It's still the first inning.
Roll over, step. There's a chance for a double play. They got a tagger at second, and they do. What a defensive play. It was hit to Barrett Scott. She steps on the bag to get Kissel, then throws down to second, and I think Childress tagged her out. An unconventional double play. Either way, there's 2 out. And it's a first pitch strike to Keely Williams. So just like that, just get a double play. Why didn't you just say that, Reagan?
Yeah, that definitely set the tone there. Took some momentum from the offense.
It's kind of one of those rollover hits. That pitch to Williams is a strike. And the lefty Williams, the junior. Pitch coming. Hit in the air towards right, but it's more towards center now. And that's over the head of Blauwit. That one just kept moving. And Blauwit, I think, may have thought that was a little more towards right, but it was right in that gap. And so a 2-out double for the Falcons. Jocelyn Raymer, the freshman catcher. First pitch out of the zone. Freshman cleanup hitter. It just says volumes about what Coach Butler thinks about her and what she can do with the bat. That pitch is a strike. Throw back down to second. Langhorst goes after. Saliski comes over to apply the tag, but just letting you know, Keely, I can throw behind and I'm not afraid to. That pitch is off the plate for a strike. Williams there with the trying to get a little extra opportunity to find a way to cut into this 2-0 lead that West Lyon has at this point. The pitch coming to Raymer. Off speed, she hits it anyway. Gloved at third, throw across to first. Kramer to Barrett Scott. Ends the threat and the inning. The Falcons leave one. We've played 1 inning. 2-0 West Lyon in this Class 2A semifinal. From Fort Dodge, this is the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Digital Network, which is powered by Mid-American Energy.
Different people have different needs, so Delta Dental of Iowa has affordable dental and vision coverage that meets you where you are. Small business on a budget? We have options with no employer costs. Traditional Medicare plans don't cover dental, but we do. And if you can't get benefits at work, you can buy direct from us. Plus, we give back to local communities, so you help make an impact. Choose Delta Dental for your smile, for your health, for your community.
There's a look at our diamond here today on the Iowa Central Field. Why call it Diamond 2 when you can give it corporate sponsorship? And that's what we've done. So we're over here on the Iowa Central Field. And over on Channel Seeds Field, they are playing class, I think last I checked it was 3A. Wahlert beat Prairie City Monroe in that one, and Williamsburg and Albia doing matchup on the other game. And I just heard a big cheer. So if you're watching on the stream, go over and see what they just told you. Still to come tonight, Class 1A, Wayne and Riverside and Clarksville, and the hometown Fort Dodge St. Ed's squad, the Gales, with a big impressive win last night over Wapsie Valley. You have any Wapsie Valley Warriors on your roster? There's probably some people who graduated from there at Wartburg. There always was.
We don't have any on the roster right now.
Yeah. You're always recruiting, right?
Yes.
Do you always find that Coach wants you to be doing that? Hey, if you could, have a conversation with so-and-so.
For sure. Finding talent wherever I can.
Doing your part. But you've also been doing work for IA softball, is that right?
Yes.
What's that been like this week?
Watching games, big moments just like this one.
Barrett Scott with a leadoff single. She rounds first aggressively, but goes back with a leadoff single. That'll lead into Mallory Cook. So you're watching softball, you're reporting on it, making graphics, stats, featuring players. Is that what and it's mostly, where can I find this?
I follow IA Softball on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. IA Sports as well is where all the stuff is reposted too. Lots of graphics, lots of cool videos. All final scores and all matchups in the tournament can be found there as well.
And you've been shooting highlights. I've been watching some of those. The one last night in the Clarksville-Newman game, that was a pretty – whoever was shooting that video, I don't know if it was you, but it was perfectly done. And just you saw the emotion there as Clarksville wins that one in the 8th. Mallory Cook, the batter. Down at first is Barrett Scott. Nobody out here in the second. And that's you're basically, I won't say college, you're all 4 college students, right?
Yes, we are. Doing our part for the love of the game.
Hit it.
We have a lot of fun together.
Hit in the air in that area between right, center, and second, and I don't think that's going to be, they're going to call that a catch. They're going to say that was on the transfer as Williams made the grab. And they say as she was coming out to throw it, it came out of the glove. So now we're going to have a conference. I kind of wondered if they were going to talk this one over. Aaron Schmidt, Jason Lewis, and Tim Rogers, veteran crew here. Want to do the replay now while they're discussing, and then we can discuss there. Here's the replay. Here's a look at it. Williams came over. Boy, I'm not sure if that was on the transfer, if it never was collected. Thank you, Randy. They're still talking, so that's not an easy decision. We will have the mics on the umpires in the finals on Thursday and Friday on Iowa PBS, but I can't quite do my best John Boy lip reading from this far, can you?
No, it's pretty hard to tell what the conversation is, but
they're going to say she's out at first, and the ball came on the transfer. The home plate umpire did call out right away. He said that it was out on the transfer. So they will leave Barrett Scott at second. And she must have tagged up, right?
I mean, I would assume so. I think that's probably what part of the confusion is.
That was on the transfer? All right, I got to yell better. I got to yell. I got to say, hey, Aaron, was that on the transfer? Got to tell those umpires, turn around, tell me what you just did. All right, so it's Jessa Soliski's turn. The freshman with a big home run yesterday. Bats here with one out. Hits it on the hands. It's caught at first by Watkins Schoenig. For the second out of the inning. Dorna Weird will bat. The sophomore playing right today. First pitch is swung through and missed, and Raymer steps out like she wants to throw back behind on Barrett Scott. The 0-1. Up and in. That has been where Taylor has gone a lot today, right? Is that how you see it?
Yeah, she's caught a lot of hitters up there, making them be super disciplined at the plate. Caught a few people with it. It's a really competitive pitch that seems to be working for her. So,
competitive pitch. Another great phrase. That one backs in for a strike. So what is it? I mean, I remember anytime you see something up, you're just like, oh, it looks so good. Do you have that same mentality?
Yes, I really like that pitch. It's a tricky one, that's for sure.
And that's what makes the rise ball so hard to hit.
Yes.
Because it looks low and then it goes up high. That one's hit hard down the right field line, and it's going to give chase by Williams. Foul ball all the way. It was just a matter of if Williams could get to it to get the out. And Taylor will go through it all again here with a ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Top of the second. Taylor winds and fires. That one's low. Good stop by Raymer. 2-0 West Lyon. Looking to add another run here. They scored their 2 in the top of the first. That one is fouled off and gets away from Raymer. Did you have a preference of which diamond you liked here?
I like them all. I love the environment here. I thought it's all really special. Consolation, championship, it didn't matter.
Was there a difference in the diamonds?
Not entirely. Not in my opinion.
Swing and a miss by Dorna Weird, and that's the 3rd out. The Lyon team from the west side of Lyon County, the Wildcats, leave a runner. We have played an inning and a half. West Lyon with a 2-0 lead. Louisa-Muscatine will send to the plate Taylor Enriquez and hoops when we return.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
This is the 2025 Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. They are the sole title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Iowa Farm Bureau believes that in the Iowa Girl, cultivating character, work ethic, and leadership on and off the field by investing in Iowa's youth, we're investing in Iowa's future. Bottom of the second, Louisa-Muscatine. At the plate is Cameron Taylor, the pitcher. She'll go to work here against Jersey Hoff, and that's a first pitch strike. The pitch is hit foul. and into the net. Taylor had a big home run in their regional final game to seal that victory against Pella Christian. The Falcons beat Van Buren and Eddyville Blakesburg Fremont to get to state. That pitch is out from Hoff. Hit in the air, foul and out of play again. Louisa-Muscatine this year played Durant, Xavier, North Scott, West Liberty, and Washington that were state qualifiers. That pitch is high but fouled off by Taylor. Whereas West Lyon, the only team they played that's at the state tournament was Cascade in the state tournament. The pitch. Hit towards short. Gloving it is Childress across to Barron Scott for the out. The junior left fielder, Enriquez, will bat. As the Wildcats look to their wrist for the play call, the pitch is another first pitch strike from Hoff. That one's hit high in the air towards left, but it's drifting foul. Just kind of giving chase was Childress, but that was a big ask to run that one down. Over on the other diamond, 3-1 Williamsburg leads that one in the fourth. Class 3A, this is Class 2A. That one from Hoff is out of the zone. The 3A, 2A, 1A teams will have tomorrow off before they play their championship and consolation games on Friday. So whoever does not advance between this one would play in the third place game at 3:30. Popped up on the infield. Hoff calls everybody out. She had a foot in the circle and a foot out of the circle, and that's out number 2. Whose ball is that when it's in the circle?
I mean, if she's calling it, it's hers, but as a middle infielder, I'm always going to take those balls.
Now, I've said it a couple of times. Anything hit within 10 feet of the plate, whether fair or foul, is an adventure.
For sure. Takes lots of communication and trust.
and that's just the side of the players trying to not run into each other. But physically, the spin on the ball, to me, is the hardest challenge.
Oh, for sure. Never know which direction it's going to start flying.
Grace Hoops, the 8th grader. Looks at that first pitch, and Langhorse framed that one for an extra beat, trying to get the attention of Aaron Schmidt. The pitch inside, it backed up, just missing the plate. So Hoff is working both sides of the dish, and the old good spot comes from the Wildcat fans. Code for the umpire blew it.
A little frustration there.
And that one is a strike. You try to be encouraging, but man, calling a strike zone is not easy. You just want it consistent, and it's always done well here at the state tournament. The 3-1. misses, and Hoops on with a 2-out walk. First walk of the game issued by Hoff. Hoff 19-1 on the season, over 117 innings pitched for 1.5 ERA. Only gave up 25 earned runs this season. That first pitch is swung through and missed. Her strikeouts are 137. Yet to record a strikeout in this contest. Pitches to Jersey Raymer here. That one's hit high in the air, but playable for short. Drifting back a foot in front of the grass is Childress to make the 3rd out of the inning. We've played 2 full. West Lyon leads Louisa-Muscatine 2-0. You're watching the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Digital Network, which is powered by Mid-American Energy.
Hello, I'm Brent Johnson, an Iowa farmer from Calhoun County and president of the Iowa Farm Bureau. As proud title sponsor of the state softball tournament, the Iowa Farm Bureau is dedicated to creating a vibrant future for Iowa through partnerships and programs that help cultivate individuals with great character, a strong work ethic, and exceptional leadership skills. Making it to the state tournament is a great accomplishment that takes a lot of support. That's why we provide millions of dollars in awards, grants, and scholarships that recognize athletic and academic excellence. The well-being of Iowa students is also very important to Farm Bureau. That's why we provide concussion insurance coverage at no cost for all students in grades 9 through 12 who participate in a sanctioned sport. As just one of only 7 states to provide this coverage, it's just another way we're striving to support Iowa's outstanding young leaders. So, from the Iowa Farm Bureau, congratulations to all the players and coaches on an outstanding season, and good luck in the tournament.
Langhorse, Blauett, and Hoff due up for West Lyon. That's 1, 2, 3 in their batting order. They'll face Cameron Taylor here as we begin the 3rd inning. First pitch is a ball. So Langenhorst is going to play softball at South Dakota State. Be a Jackrabbit. Hit in the air towards left, but taking 2 steps in, making the grab is Kiki Enriquez. 1 away. So West Lyon schools are in the far northwest part of the state, Lyon County, where the school is basically 5 miles from Minnesota, 3 miles from South Dakota, not many miles to Nebraska. But a long way from the rest of Iowa.
For sure.
Just think if you made that drive from Bettendorf to West Lyon.
Definitely couldn't do it by myself.
You'd need a lot of podcasts, a lot of snacks to get you through.
Yes.
Are you a podcast, a music person on the drive?
Definitely music.
Music?
Yeah.
Swing and a miss by Blauett. She had a single back in the first. Pitch is hit high and out of play. Now, Addison Wells, your teammate, friend, co-business operator, I don't know, you're everything. Pre-game yesterday when we were getting ready for the first game, they were playing tunes over the top. She was singing and dancing to all of them.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That lines up with her personality,
sure.
right?
Yeah, everywhere she goes.
Well, I think there's a phrase there in Waverly. Change up is hit too short. Hoops with it, and out. Blauett by a quarter of a step. 6-3. Dancing, you bet. You knew I'd get that in there at some point, as it leaves for Jersey Hoff here with 2 outs. Hoff flied out to right, which actually led to a run back in the first. Wasn't an RBI, it was on an error that allowed West Lyon to get a run. Hoff looks at that one, for a strike. Hoff with that white towel out of her right back hip pocket. Same thing that you see from Taylor out of that center field cam. That pitch comes up and in, a little turn away from Hoff. Are you team wear it or team turn on a pitch inside like that?
Definitely team wear it, for sure. Any way I can find first base.
So then are you like one of those that do you wear all the armor?
Honestly, I don't get hit by pitches a lot, so
why not?
I don't wear any armor, but if it's going to hit me, I'll just let it hit me, that's for sure.
The 1-1. Popped up foul and out of play. Now, were you on the trip that went to Europe with the team?
I was, yes.
So that was a cool opportunity.
It was really cool,
yeah. And you did exhibition softball there?
Yes, the competition was actually pretty good. It was a lot of fun to talk to the girls that play over there.
And that was Germany?
Germany and Amsterdam.
Okay.
Yep.
You never thought you'd get to play international ball?
Never.
The 1-2. Change up is punched. Waiting on it was Hoff, but she wasn't able to get much on it other than to hit it to Kissel for the out. And West Lyon goes 1-2-3 here in the third. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the third, 2-0 West Lyon.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
No worries. All right, very good. Here we go. We're ready to go in the third with our producer, Randy Nielsen, and analyst Reagan Hassel. I'm Paul Yeager. Glad to have you here on this Wednesday, semifinal day. Nice breeze, starting to cool off a little bit. Louisa-Muscatine, Brian Butler's squad, 30-6. Lexi Raymer, the designated player, bats. Used to drive by Louisa-Muscatine schools all the time right there on Highway 61. Talked to Brian Butler a couple of times in his trips here. No stranger to state. It's his 4th trip to state. That pitch is low for a ball. And you played here 5 years?
4.
4.
Yep. 4
all
years.
Freshman to senior years, or did you miss one in the middle?
Freshman to senior, yep.
Okay. And did you ever think you'd be back here doing work like this?
Never. Never once. I knew I'd be back here. I love this environment, but definitely not in this position.
The 3-0. Hit towards right. Seliski looks up, throws, recovers in time to make the play.
That's one of those moments you can't panic. Find the ball. You've got time to make a play there, especially at second base.
Now, I will say, I threatened, and that threatened is probably the word, Jessa Seliski, that I was going to tell stories on this broadcast about her father, her uncles, her family. And I said, what's the wildest story of that group? And she goes, oh, I can't even tell you. She doesn't believe any of them. I just love the opportunity. So I really don't believe, Reagan, that we had talked prior to doing this game before. I don't think I ever interviewed you. And I know I interviewed some of your basketball, your friends that played basketball for PV at state basketball. But that is, for me, as the pitch comes in to Grace Kissel, it's a called strike, is getting to know these players, and I'm guessing you're kind of starting to get to know some of them through your work now, and you get a sense of it's exciting for so many to be here and get that opportunity to play, and it could be second generation as that pitch is out of the zone. I'm thinking of Cascade's coach, who I covered when she was a player for Cascade, and I look at some of the other coaches and go, oh, I remember when you played, or your dad was a coach. You know, it's this is an Iowa thing through and through. That pitch is low to Kissel. 3-1 the count. And that's a strike. Hannah Kissel on deck. Kissel reached in the first on a hit by pitch. She digs in here, 3-2 with one out in the third. The pitch. Hit up the middle off the glove. Taylor fielding it, throwing across the diamond by, that's like a 16th of a step. Childress to Barron Scott for the out. We got to see that one again. Maybe Hoff didn't hit it, but man, that was close. Whew. The umpire's listening for the sound more than watching with the eye. Hannah Kissel, the junior. Hannah's nickname is Middle. She's trying to get in the middle of some action for this squad. Trying to get the Falcons, get them some runners. Left one on in the first, nobody in the second. They did have a walk, stranded her. .30 on the way from Hoff. Is a called strike. Hannah Kissel, first team all-conference. Played with the 2022 team that made it to state. The pitch. Hit in the air, well to right. Back at the wall, looking up, over and out. That's a home run. Hannah Kissel.
That's a really good piece of 3-1 hitting right there, looking for your pitch. She knew that was hers.
Would you say she got the middle of that ball on the bat?
I'm going to say so, yeah.
She crushed that one.
For sure.
They'll may have an estimate, probably in the 220 range, 230. That thing was between the bleachers in right and right center as you look at the replay. We've had a couple of highlight reel plays, Prairie City Monroe earlier in the day. If you haven't seen that one, you probably will before the end of the day. Has that one been posted on your?
Yes, by a lot of different platforms a few times. That one's everywhere.
Heck of a play. You'll see it. The 0-1 to Keely Williams. So the lead cut in half for the Falcons. Still trail 2-1. Williams had a double her last at-bat. Chopper, Hoff hops, gets, throws, out. Damage done, though. 1 run scores and a home run by Hannah Kissel. That was a very big shot. And this is an opportunity. This will be a little longer break as we take our hydration break to let everybody cool off. West Lyon leads Louisa-Muscatine 2-1. You're watching the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Here in Greater Des Moines, we're the unexpected sports mecca that feels like home. We are the big ballers, the little kickers, the underdogs, and the bulldogs. We've got events wacky and wild, big and small, we host them all. That old sports cliche, nobody believes in us? Nah, when you come here, you'll believe. Because in Des Moines, Only the S's are silent. Let's go!
Good morning, oranges. Top of the muffin to ya. Potato salad. We still on for lunch? Great. Sliced bread. You're the best thing I've seen since, well, you know. Oh, hello. Don't think I forgot about you. Friendly at Fairway. It's more than just a name.
Freedom Tire is proud to support the Iowa Girl through their sponsorship of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping you on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Give us a try at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of the IGHSAU.
Hello, I'm Brent Johnson, President of the Iowa Farm Bureau.
And I'm Erin Gerlich, Executive Director of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. We'd like to thank you for joining us for the Girls State Softball Tournament.
The Iowa Farm Bureau knows that strong, vibrant schools are the cornerstone of our communities. That's why we're proud to be the title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and this amazing state tournament. This tournament not only showcases Iowa's elite teams, but the athletes competing here today are among our nation's best and brightest. And Iowa's farmers are among the nation's most productive. Our partnership with the Girls Union gives us the opportunity to recognize both, all while supporting and lifting up the Iowa girl.
With the help of the Iowa Farm Bureau, we celebrate students' efforts not only on the field, but in the classroom as well. The Iowa Farm Bureau is committed to your success and supports our organization and the Iowa Girl. Through millions of dollars they provide in awards, grants, and scholarships that recognize athletic and academic excellence.
As Iowans, we have a lot to be proud of. Whether you're a student competing here today or a fan tuning in, we all play an important role in making our state great. So, from the Iowa Farm Bureau
And the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union,
congratulations to your school on a terrific season, and good luck in the tournament games.
Here we go. We're going to the 4th. West Lyon, the Wildcats. They lead Louisa-Muscatine 2-1 here in the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union State Softball Tournament. Class 2A semifinal on the digital network, which is powered by Mid-American Energy. Paul Yeager and Reagan Hassel 1L with us. Reagan, we talked a little bit about softball that you play. I talked about this with Addie Wells, and there's so many kids. I'm partial to D3, went to a D3 school, but we see a lot of players going D1, D2. Tell me the competition level at D3. Did it surprise you when you got there?
A little bit. I think I don't know really what I was expecting. I just knew it was going to be different. It's a lot faster paced, but it is really competitive, especially when we travel. We go down south. We play some really good competition, that's for sure, and I think it's really fun to see.
And compare it to 5A softball then.
I'd say it's pretty comparable. A lot of competition in 5A softball. I played a lot of tight games.
For West Lyon, it's Kramer, Childress, and Barron Scott. And you play a lot of games. You played a lot of tough people, but I would think at the college level, it is just solid 1 through 9 all across.
For sure. I mean, you're recruiting to put the best 9 people you can find on the field, so that's what you get.
And you might have played a team in high school that swing and a miss there by Kramer that maybe had 7, 8, 9 wasn't the strongest, or maybe they were only good 1, 2, 3s. But in college, you have to be ready to play.
Yeah.
Every night or day, middle of the day. Yeah, I don't know how you miss all that class. The 0-2 misses high from Taylor. Yeah, when you have those 1 o'clock doubleheaders, and you were in the vans at 6 a.m., 7 a.m. going out to Storm Lake. The 1-2. High again from Taylor. Some of those D3 coaches who are in that American Rivers Conference, seen them here today. and yesterday. Division I, Division II, junior college, community college. That's hit up the middle. Nice piece of hitting there by Kramer. That one sounded good, looked good, and it was. Single up the middle for Kramer to start things off here in the Wildcat fourth.
That's the way to set the tone. Getting later in the game, that leadoff batter, getting her on somehow. It's really important.
Braylon Childress' first pitch to her is low from Cameron Taylor. Childress flied out to right in her first at-bat. Steps in with the runner on. Hits that one high in the air to center. Back at the wall, looking up and seeing it go over the fence is Grace Kissel because it's a home run. Braylon Childress for West Lyon.
That's the way to respond, putting that leadoff batter on base.
Childress took that pitch that earlier had been swung on and missed, and that one cleared the fence by a few feet in the front row of the stands there. Great camera work to pick that one up, and Brian Butler makes the walk out. He's going to make a pitching change. We're going to go with the 8th grader, Grace Hoops, as Taylor exits, giving up 4 runs on 5 hits and down 4-1. Hoops came into this game in the quarterfinal game against West Monona. Did give up a couple of hits, but it was some experience, and things go different from your first. I mean, do you remember your first game to your second game here at State when you were just a wee little lad, freshman?
I do remember my freshman, my 3 at-bats I got at State my freshman year. That was 2020, so we only played the one game.
No consolation that
No.
year, right? So then, but just from one game to another, it clearly can change things.
For sure, the pitchers can be completely different. Definitely on your side if the pitchers are similar and the teams you're facing. Different day, different bat. That's the thing about softball. It doesn't matter. It could be anybody on any day.
And sometimes when it is 7, 8, 9, that's the best days because that's when your team, there's pressure on the top of the lineup and everybody knows you're gunning for it. And, that part of the order can really cause havoc. But here it is, 6, 7, 8 now. Barron, Scott, and Cook. And Soliski, the next 3 for West Lyon. Grace Hoops on the season, 67 2/3 innings pitched. Gave up 33 earned runs. Her record's 8-3. So this is a opportunity to give West Lyon a different look. And maybe slow down those bats. Because Kramer and Childress have gone back-to-back hitting it solid. That one, nice movement from Hoops. They've gone final on the other diamond. 9-1, Williamsburg back into the title game, going for 3 in a row. They've made 6 semifinals in a row. Nice hit to right, but at the right fielder, Keely Williams, for out number 1. So Williamsburg advances, and they will play Dubuque Wahlert. So that is a 1-2 seeded matchup.
Doesn't happen too often, but we're going to see it in 5A and 3A, so it's pretty exciting.
And that one by Cook. But let's look at 4A. 7-8.
For sure.
Isn't that crazy?
I'm excited for that one.
So that is North Polk and Pella.
Yes.
Pella the 8 seed. So
Yep.
they knocked off 1. And Pella's coach gets married on Saturday.
Well, that's an exciting week.
State championship game on a Thursday. The 0-1. Chopper by Cook, fielded by Kissel across the diamond to get the out. Actually, that's Kissel who is at short. Now Taylor is at third. That's the other part of the change there that I did not record. Jessa Saliski is due up. She pops it up, fouling out of play. Jess's brother plays both football and basketball for West Lyon. You always see somebody from that area at the state, whatever, you name it. Basketball, football, baseball, softball. They represent Northwest Iowa well as Saliski swings through that one, and she's down 0-2. Pitch is hit to the right, down the line, and right at the line, making the grab. Keely Williams, she has been busy in right.
She
Makes
sure has.
another put out. West Lyon, though, adds 2 more to the board. They lead 4-1. You're watching the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Digital Network, which is powered by Mid-American Energy.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
4, 5, and 6 due up for Louisa-Muscatine. That's Jocelyn Raymer, Cameron Taylor, and Kiki Enriquez. West Lyon, 2 in the first, 2 in the fourth. The Falcons, 1 in the third. That's how we get our 4-1 score, 4-5-0 for the Wildcats, 1-2-1 for the Falcons. One of 2 Falcons still playing here at the state tournament. Do you know which the other one is? And it's the exact
Wayne.
same logo. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, nice. Wayne. Good pull. Hoff goes to work with a 3-run lead. Louisa-Muscatine jumped out early in their game. Kind of had to hold on. Flip the script on this one. They are down early. They were able to tie it or get within a run on the Hannah Kissel home run last inning. Now they're having to play catch up, down a couple more. Hoff shakes off the call. And she winds and fires. And that one comes back in for a strike.
She definitely knew which pitch she wanted to throw there.
Now, I have seen a couple of teams use the pitch comm, whether it's a AirPod or a little earpiece, but this is old-fashioned hand signals for West Lyon. Hit in the air towards right, at the line, off the glove. That's a fair ball. As Dorna Weird struggled to get that one, she throws it into second, but not before Raymer's in on second base there. And I'm going to guess they're going to check and see if she had touched that in fair territory or foul. No, they're not going to. That's going to be a runner. It's going to be a courtesy runner going in. And going in for Louisa-Muscatine is going to be Peyton Raisbeck. And they're going to give that a hit. And probably well, they're going to give that a double then, because if it was a hit and an error, they would put an error up for West Lyon, and they haven't upstairs. So goes down as a double. Tough play, though, by Dorna Weird on that right side. Same place that Williams had made the grab to end the previous inning. That one was a little further away and had a little more slice to it. So it's Cameron Taylor now playing third. She can focus on the hitting side. She's first team all-conference. The 1-1. Hit infield at first. Barron Scott, actually it's Barron Scott who drifts towards second. Zaliski came over to cover just in case anything got out of hand, but it's an out either way. Enriquez to bat. She's 0 for 1. Bats with a runner at second, which is Raisbeck. Hoff winds and fires. That pitch over the strike, or over the heart of the plate for a strike. Hoff's pitch, that one's high. All right, walk me through the whole changing of the eye levels with pitching. What are you trying to do here?
I think you work upstairs with those pitches. Either they're expecting it or they've just had to take a pitch, which sometimes can make you hold your breath on that rise ball.
Ooh, that one's hit well down the left field line, and it is a fair ball. Cook throws it in. Here's the play at the plate, gets away. Backing up is Barron Scott. I think we're going to have interference. We might get another run here. The West Lyon fans are saying that was foul, but the third base umpire, Tim Rogers, saw that land, and he put his arm out the whole way.
Couldn't have been more perfectly placed out there right on the line, deep left field.
Randy, you may have already run that replay. Did you? If we didn't, can I see it again? This time I can actually pay attention to what happened, or? Yeah, right down the line, well hit, and lands. And then that allows the run to score. All right. And that one's up towards quick field there. My apologies. You didn't get to see Grace Hoops. She's lines out to the pitcher for the second out of the inning. So Raymer scores. Raymer's runner scores, which is Raisbeck. Enriquez is at third after the ball was thrown home. Barron Scott was backing up the play, which prevented another run to score. And it's 2 away. Jersey Raymer now. Hit in the air. Behind first, tough play. It's fair. It's going to score a run. Raymer gets it done with a single, and it's now a 1-run lead. 4-3. That one just kept drifting and drifting, and it fell a foot inside the line right behind Barron Scott. And now it's the designated player, Lexi Raymer. That one's fouled right in front of Reagan. That didn't even phase you.
Not really, no. Wish I had my gloves so I could catch it back here.
You always play second?
I play shortstop at
You
Wartburg.
play shortstop?
Yes.
And then did you play other positions?
At Pleasant Valley, I played left field my 8th grade year.
Okay. Swing and a miss by Raymer as Hoff gets the strikeout to end the inning. We've played 4 full. This one's a good one. 4-3 our score. We will have a little hydration break and more softball when we return. You're watching the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Digital Network, which is powered by Mid-American Energy.
Excelling in athletics takes teamwork, dedication, and a commitment to excellence. These are the same qualities that help our pig farmers and our communities thrive. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics and the student athletes who make us all proud. Visit iowapork.org/wecare to meet the people behind the pork and hear about our winning approach to caring for our pigs, the environment, and our communities.
SWIC is a community. Southwestern Community College is a place in rural southwest Iowa where students from across the world come to be a part of a tight-knit family, Spartan Nation, where they study, train, grow, thrive, and are called by name, not by number. At SWIC, we are one.
This is you. And you are why we do what we do. Each and every one of you are wonderful, amazing people. So we'll treat you that way on your journey of trusted care. Because the way you, and you feel matters. Unity Point Health. Know how much you matter to this world.
All righty, here we go as we head to the fifth inning. West Lyon leads Louisa-Muscatine 4-3 in this Class 2A. Semifinal for the right to play Van Meter in the championship Friday at 5 o'clock on Iowa PBS on Channel Seeds Field. All right, Reagan Hassel, what do you think of this game so far?
It's a good game. They're responding well. One offense puts pressure on another defense. They come back and do the same to each other. Just another close game here at the state tournament. Who knows? Maybe it'll be another extra inning game.
Ooh, you never know. This diamond has been known for either lots of home runs, hits, or lots of softball in extra innings. So anything's. In fact, I thought we were darn close in that last game. With Van Meter and West Fork.
Mm-hmm. That one came down to the end.
So Van Meter will have the chance to defend its title. So Williamsburg going for 3 in a row in 3A. Van Meter going for 2 in a row in 2A. We will have a new champion in 1A, as Sigourney did not qualify this year as they beat Martinsdale St. Mary's in that exciting game. Relived some of that. Ran into Carly Goodwin's father here at the park earlier today, and we kind of relived that game a little bit. And do you remember that game at all? So it was
I can't remember if
Martinsdale
I watched that.
St. Mary's had a chance to win that game, and Sigourney had some exciting moments, and there was a couple of close plays. I mean, that 7th inning was, that was exciting. And that pitch is a strike. Lucy Dorna weird up. She struck out back in the second, so it's 9-1-2 for Coach Severson's lineup. Alexis Severson in between innings when the T-shirt gun came out and the one did not clear the net. What does the softball coach do but pick up the T-shirt, throw it over the net into the fans in the stands to a round of cheers. The 2-1. As Hoops goes to work here for her second inning of work. All right, you're West Lyon. You're trying to get a run here, but you changing your approach right now?
I think you're just trying to get base runners. They were successful when they put base runners on, so.
Ground ball fielded by Hoops across to first to Watkins Schoenig for the out. So it's the top of the order, Ella Langenhorst, the senior catcher. And she swings and hits it down the line. She's hitting .566 entering the tournament. Anytime your average starts in 5, you can play.
Pretty good.
Right?
Yeah. She's definitely someone you want up in this situation. Get a base runner on in the 5th inning. Get a rally going.
Waves that bat, holds it steady. Swings, rolls over on it to second. Raymer over to first. Out number 2. Okay, so let's just play this out. Look at the lineup card here. So this is 9-1-2. Let's just say Blauett goes out. So then in the 6th inning, still get your middle of your order, but if you need a run, you're kind of not maybe taking advantage of your top of your order right here, and that's always a concern, whereas Louisa-Muscatine, they're going to bring up 1-2-3, but they kind of need that because they trail 4-3 here in the 5th. But now once you get to that 5th, you have to start thinking about those things. That pitch, nice swing and pitch there by Hoops. The 0-2 is hit. Back up at Hoops. She bobbles, covers, throws. Wide of first. Blauett fell down. Here comes the throw to second. They not in time. Good hustle by Raymer. No, that was right field. That was Williams came in to back that one up.
She was there, ready to do her job.
So the E1 puts a runner at second. Right? You think they gave that, or did they give that a hit and an error? I think they gave that just an error. First pitch strike to Jersey Hoff. Hoff 0 for 2, but one of them a sacrifice fly that eventually led to a run just on the second play of the putout. The 0-1. Hoff looks at it low. Now all of a sudden, I feel like the game, Louisa-Muscatine has kind of sped things up here a little bit. I think Hoops maybe works a little faster. Do you notice that?
I think she does. Try to throw batters off, get them in the box quicker.
None of those are quick pitches.
No.
But
her pace is definitely faster.
Hoff just sits there in the box and waits. And she hits that one hard to the right side, but foul, and it bounces up against that tarp, which will be pulled at the end of play today to preserve the rain forecast for overnight. We're trying to get done before 10 o'clock. Still have a game left to go on this field. You'll have that game as well.
Yes.
So which game is the one here? Is it the Clarksville St. Ed's?
Yep.
Okay.
Should be a good one.
Oh, yeah. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch to Jersey Hoff is high. Clarksville with an 8th inning Little League home run last night. St. Ed's, that was a big league home run by Myers. If you haven't seen that one, go back and watch that game. Chopped foul again, and we'll do it all over here at 3-2. There's been some moonshots, and then Myers, the future Iowa Hawkeye, I mean, she just obliterated that softball. The 3-2. Hit in the air towards right. Playable for Williams. Gloves it, ends the inning. Now they're put out for Keeley. West Lyon strands a runner, but still have a 4-3 lead as we go to the bottom of the 5th from Fort Dodge.
We know that carrying your groceries out to your car seems a bit old school. That saying hello and asking about your day feels like a thing of the past. Being best at fresh, it's not just a fad. Serving high-quality meat at affordable prices, talk about a throwback. But at Fairway, that's kind of our thing. Because some things never go out of style. Friendly at Fairway. It's more than just a name.
Want to say thank you again to the Iowa Farm Bureau for presenting the 2025 Girls State Softball Championships. They are the sole title sponsor, and as such, here for the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, the Iowa Farm Bureau honors both academic and athletic excellence, hoping to nurture the next generation of Iowa leaders. Or Iowa business people. So IA softball is a business, right?
Yes.
And run by 4 college students.
Yep.
Young entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Are you the entrepreneurial brains behind this?
No, I'm not.
Who is?
There's a few people who do it. IA Sports has its own set of people, and then there's 4 of us college students who who started the softball this summer. So.
Okay. And it's which 4?
2 of them are not with us this week, but me and Addie Wells have kind of taken the task on. We're having a lot of fun with it. We kind of get to take the lead.
Kissel goes up the middle for a leadoff hit. Grace Kissel goes right up Broadway. And so in softball that you've seen this week, I mean, what stands out to you here at the tournament? What plays, teams?
I mean, PCM, their quarterfinal win on the walk-off, another Little League home run there, and then the big plays, the home run.
Hannah Kissel skies it to right for Lucy Dornaweird for the first out of the inning. Yeah, that was West Liberty and PCM Monday night.
Correct.
So that's a big play. What else?
I mean, obviously, their center fielder robbing that home run earlier. That was pretty awesome. That was pretty awesome. You don't see that too often.
Keely Williams not a bat. She's 1 of 2 with a double. Shows bunt. The throw down to second, not in time. On the other side of the bag was the throw from Langhorst. Childress stopped it. And Grace Kissel swipes the bag. Do you still watch 5A with fondness and go, oh, yeah?
Yeah. There's definitely some hard feelings every once in a while, but I enjoy it.
Bunt is put down. On the run, the throw not in time, goes into right field, and we're going to have a tie game. 4-4. And now West Lyons throwing the ball around the infield. And we've got obstruction. It doesn't matter. She's going to be safe. As Williams, when she rounded second, she ran into the covering center fielder. And instantly, Jason Lewis put his arm out. So I'm not sure if they're going to award her third.
I'm not sure if she was fully attempting at third, but the obstruction call was there.
They're going to keep Keely Williams at third. So West Lyon throws that one away a couple of places on the bunt. And here's the thing. Kramer made a great play on the run. It was not going to get Williams no matter what, but the throw was a little off, and that allowed the opportunity. I think Kissel scoring the whole way on the squeeze.
It was a well-placed bunt. With some speed at the plate, that's a lot of pressure on the defense. Got to execute that pretty quickly to have things go your way.
So Alexis Severson finishes her trip to the circle and walks back to that dugout, which is directly into the sun. Trying to calm this Wildcat team because Louisa-Muscatine has the go-ahead run at second base for Jocelyn Raymer, who, oh, by the way, had a hard hit double her last at-bat. Pitch from Hoff is a strike. And going to third without any throw, look, or even acknowledgement that she's there is Williams. And now Raymer can tie it up with a big fly. Sacrifice fly any way she can put this thing into play. It gets that run home. Shows bunt, pulls it back. What do you think of that? The four-place hitter flashing the bunt.
Definitely unexpected from the defense. Putting them on their toes, making them think. Now they have more situations to come up with in their head. Got to know where they want to go with the ball.
Infield in at the corner, swinging away is Raymer into the net. No bunt there. Now it's 1-2. You want to talk about surprises? You could lay a bunt here in this situation. But you might just let her swing away. The pitch from Hoff. Popped up on the infield, but now drifting foul. And back towards fair territory, but making the grab is Langhorst, and that was not an easy play.
No, she had to, I'm sure, work with the sun there. It was hit pretty high. Those balls spin pretty good. And then she had to think about the runner that was on third. She's leaving her home base there, so.
So it looked like Baron Scott was coming to cover the plate, or was that Hoff that was somebody was covering? I think Baron Scott was coming in to help field it, and the pitcher covered the plate. That makes way for Cameron Taylor, and she hits the pitch into center, and it's a fly ball caught by Blauett to end the inning, and Strand the go-ahead run at third. Couple of quick plays, and West Lyon ends the rally, but Louisa-Muscatine ties it up. They score 2 in their half of the fifth. We go to the sixth, tied at 4.
Here in Greater Des Moines, we're the unexpected sports mecca that feels like home. We are the big ballers, the little kickers, the underdogs, and the bulldogs. We've got events wacky and wild, big and small. We host them all. That old sports cliche, nobody believes in us? Nah, when you come here, you'll believe it. Because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent. Let's go!
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
This is you. And you are why we do what we do. Each and every one of you are wonderful, amazing people. So we'll treat you that way on your journey of trusted care. Because the way you, and you feel matters. Unity Point Health. Know how much you matter to this world.
Yep. I knew that's what you were going to do. Break out the dancing shoes when the Cotton Eye Joe comes on the speaker. All right, Reagan Hessler, are you going to dance too? Oh, now here comes West Lyon. So hydration means dance break now, apparently.
Absolutely. Well, if anyone listening knows me, they know I want to get up and do this with them right now.
Addie would be singing along and you would be dancing? Is that
How
that works?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay. This is part of it, right? I mean, this is what it's supposed to be fun.
Yeah, I actually, a couple years ago at the Fort Dodge tournament, during the regular season, we were waiting for the umpires. We started in the Cotton Eye Joe, and I actually met some girls on the Fort Dodge softball team at the time, and we hang out and we talk still, and all we did was the Cotton Eye Joe together on the field, so you never know.
Well, the hydration break, I'm not sure they'll do it in the last game. I don't think they did last night. It has gotten cooler. That's supposed to be about 7:30 on those pitches, so we'll see here if we'll have one after the 6th. But we go to the 6th. We're tied at 4. West Lyon struck first, back in the 1st. Louisa-Muscatine got a run in the 3rd. Then West Lyon another 2 in the 4th. Louisa-Muscatine countered 4-3, and then the Falcons score a run in the 5th to tie it at 4. There's your little recap for you, I guess. It's been a lot of different players for Louisa-Muscatine, but it's now go time for both these squads as you're down to your 6 final outs. As this tournament is brought to you by the Iowa Farm Bureau, and this is the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Digital Network, which is powered by Mid-American Energy. Reese Kramer, Braylon Childress, and Caitlin Barron-Scott due up for the Wildcats. 4-5-2 for West Lyon, 4-7-2 for Louisa-Muscatine. First pitch up the middle is going to be a base hit. Reese Kramer reaches right there off of now Kissel's glove. Hannah Kissel moved over to short when Taylor and Hoops traded in the circle.
That's a big base runner for the Wildcats here. See if they can capitalize on that.
Especially when Childress is up. She swings and pulls it foul. Childress, her last at-bat, a home run, a 2-run variety to right center. I see some of the Gale green shirts for St. Ed's out there. See if she can hit one there. That one's going to stay in the infield. It's a ground ball. Could be 2 at the play at second. Safe. Kissel tried to shovel it to Raymer, but Kramer was moving quickly on the fielder's choice. And this one, I'm not sure what. Take it yourself. Yeah, no, that was a half a step late. And Raymer, if she catches it, all she has to do is have the ball and touch the bag at the same time. She doesn't have to stay there. Ground ball up the middle again. That's going to get through. Past Raymer. It's going to get past Kissel in center. 1 run's going to come in. 2 runs are going to come in. And it's going to be at third base for Caitlin Barron-Scott. West Lyon fans are cheering that play on an extra base hit brought to you by Channel Seeds. (6-4) West Lyon.
That's big there. You put pressure on the defense, you put 2 base runners on, and she capitalizes.
And the thing about that, Reagan, where were those balls hit? They weren't big flies. And were you impressed with the sound of any of those?
I was. I think any hard hit ball up the middle, it's hard to defend. So, yeah, that pressure, it works.
It works, just putting the ball in play.
Yeah.
I mean, you probably heard that when you were playing blast ball. Just put the ball in play, Reagan. Put the ball in. And
yes.
Anything can happen.
Yep.
Up the middle, off the side, and just, that was a tough play there with Kissel and Raymer. But now West Lyon has 2 in with Mallory Cook, the freshman. First pitch to her is low. Brian Butler came out, had a conversation, stuck with Hoops in the circle. Cook and then Saliski. Nobody out here in the Wildcat 6th. Up the middle again. That's going to be another base hit and another run scored for the Wildcats.
It's working. Why not live there?
Let's just be honest, Reagan. You know what happened here? You know what happened. Laura Leonard showed up, and now all of a sudden she's getting caught up on the game, and she's just seen 3 runs. She's like, okay, I'm ready to go. She's all prepped. She's like, and that's going to probably be it for Hoops as Brian Butler comes back out of the circle. We'll see if he goes back to Taylor. And he is. He's going to put Taylor back in the circle. And Randy, have we been taking breaks on pitching changes, or have we been staying? We can take a break? We'll step away. West Lyon leads Louisa-Muscatine 7-4. Back in a moment to Fort Dodge.
Here in Greater Des Moines, we're the unexpected sports mecca that feels like home. We are the big ballers, the little kickers, the underdogs, and the bulldogs. We've got events wacky and wild, big and small, we host them all. And that old sports cliche, nobody believes in us? Nah, when you come here, you'll believe it. Because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent. Let's go!
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Louisa-Muscatine goes back to Cameron Taylor into the circle. She started this game, gave way to Grace Hoops, and now she'll come in here in the sixth. Their team down 7-4 after they tied it in the bottom of the fifth. And Jessa Soliski. I want to say hello to all the Soliskis that are watching. The pitch. And that one gets away. And now Cook is going to go down to second on the wild pitch. All right, Reagan, what happened? You talk about putting the ball in play. Was there more to that?
I think it gets the defense a little rattled, trying to find a way to get outs in this situation. I mean, all these hits have been up the middle. Hard to defend those hard ground balls, but finding ways to get them to put balls in play and get the defense working. Still no outs for the Falcons, so that's what they're looking for now.
Soliski hits it right at Watkins Schoenig, who steps in the bag, throws across to third, but not before Mallory Cook is standing there. So Soliski gets the run moved on the 3U. First out of the inning. Lucy Dorneweird will come in now. And, you know, we talked about pitch a little faster. I think Louisa-Muscatine, they kind of sped up the game too. Hoops just kept going and messing, and it was working there. And it worked in the fifth. It just didn't work in the sixth.
Yeah, now's the time. You slow it down. You take a deep breath. You can call time if you need to. Talk to your teammates. Get the heart rates down a little bit.
Now is the part of the game that kind of, as the pitch from Taylor swung through and missed, is what drives me nuts is because everybody takes breaths, and it does. I always feel like in Major League Baseball, the middle relievers drag the pace down of the game, but we know what they're doing. Huge situations, you are trying to make sure everybody's ready to go. The 0-2 just misses. So Wayne has taken a 4-0 lead on Riverside over on Channel Seeds Field. Here it's 7-4 West Lyon, and the changeup misses from Taylor. Louisa-Muscatine in their half of the sixth will bring up Enriquez, Hoops, and Raymer. That's who's scheduled. That's 6, 7, 8. The pitch misses. And the count worked full by Dorneweird. She looks down at Severson down that third base line, and her words of encouragement. Trying to find something she can punch up high and get that run home. And that is a called third strike. And the second out of the sixth. Top of the order, Ella Langenhorst. Langenhorst looks at a first pitch ball. Led the game off with the double, scored the game's first run, then flied out and grounded out in the third and fifth. Bats here in the sixth with a team up 7-4 and an extra run sitting at third base trying to get her home. The pitch from Taylor. Hit high in the air to left at the wall, but foul. Enriquez gives chase. Just a long foul ball. The 1-1. Hit over the second baseman's head into right field, drives in another run. And it's 8-4. Ball's going to get away as it tried to get back into the circle. And Langenhorst is at second on a single. More importantly for West Lyon, another run. Poppins will come back in to run for Langenhorst. Leah Blauett. Oh, that's Bella Kramer. Sorry, not Poppins. So Bella Kramer, an 8th grader, running for West Lyon here. First pitch to Blauett is a strike. The 8th Wildcat to bat this inning. 4 runs in already for West Lyon. Looking to get into that title game. Pitch is hit right at short, and it's going to be in the left field, going to go all the way to the wall. In to score is Langenhorst's runner Kramer, and at second base with a double is Leah Blauett. And now the onslaught coming for West Lyon as they score their 5th run of the 6th.
It all started getting the first 2 batters of the inning on, really taking advantage of that.
West Lyon in their 3rd state tournament. They made it in 1975, 2014, and now this year. Have not played for a championship. Still 6 outs to go. Still an out to go for them as the batter right now. The 1-0. Swing and a miss by Hoff. The 9th West Lyon player to bat. The 1-1 coming from Taylor. Hit high in the air, left center, now center. Kissel calls off, makes the play, ends the rally, but a huge 6th inning for West Lyon. They tack on 5 runs. That is one of the more crooked numbers you can put up. They take the lead 9-4. We go to the bottom of the 6th here from Fort Dodge and state softball in Class 2A semifinal.
The Iowa Farm Bureau is proud to present the state softball tournament and celebrate the accomplishments of Iowa's student athletes. To the Iowa Farm Bureau, this is more than just a sport. It's hometown pride, it's hopes and dreams, it's our future leaders. It's a reason to do more and be more. And it's that farm strong spirit that can only be found in Iowa. Congratulations to the student athletes and coaches on an outstanding softball season. And remember, today's successes are just the beginning of tomorrow's achievements.
Back on the digital network, which is powered by Mid-American Energy, in the 2A semifinal, West Lyon leads Louisa-Muscatine 9-4. The Falcons will send up Kiki Enriquez, Grace Hoops, and Jersey Raymer. They go back to work against Jersey Hoff, who, if West Lyon can make it into the finals, there would be 2 starting pitchers on Friday's finals with the first name of Jersey. I cannot think of another time where that has happened. I can't even think of another time. Do you know any jerseys?
I do.
You do?
The Williamsburg pitcher.
Yeah, that's the one I'm
Jersey
thinking
Mets.
of. Jersey Mets.
Actually, Rylan Lessinger for Louisa-Muscatine. Older sister, Jersey Lessinger.
There you go.
That's what I've got.
Good. Good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, that's good. I told you I was going to say some strange things, right? I told you that when we got started. The 1-1 coming to Kiki Enriquez from Jersey Hoff. That's outside. All right, what's Louisa-Muscatine have to do here to get back in this one?
I think just focus on getting those base runners. It's not going to all happen in one swing, but piecing it together.
Popped up right behind home. Enriquez is out as Langenhorst makes the nice grab. 1 away. Swinging at good pitches, not rushing things. That other also?
Yeah, all that.
All that.
Looking for your pitch.
Is Hoff's given up runs, but I mean, not until last inning as the first pitch to Grace Hoops. I mean, she's been moving the ball in and out.
Yeah, trying to get him to chase out of the zone. Good plate discipline. Definitely needed for Louisa-Muscatine in this situation.
Hoops lined out back in the 4th to the pitcher. Hits that one right at short, and that's snagged out of the air by Childress. Well hit balls by Hoops the last 2 times, but both are out. And it's up to Jersey Raymer to keep the 6th going for Louisa-Muscatine. Raymer a base hit back in the 4th. That pitch is a strike. Hoff looks at the forearm, throws a changeup. It's hit off the glove at left, Kramer. And it's Childress who threw it to first on the ricochet. And that'll be a hit for Raymer with 2 outs. If anything for Louisa-Muscatine, what that will do with Raymer up here, unless Jersey Raymer gets picked off at first, is that you'll bring your 1, 2, 3 in the 7th. But if you're Brian Butler, you're trying to not worry about that right now. You'd love to get a run or 2 here.
Absolutely.
The 1-0 is a pitch that's called a strike. That one's out of the zone for a ball. 2-1 now to Reeves. Struck out back in the 4th, grounded out in the 3rd. (9-4) West Lyon. The pitch inside for a ball. Hoff winds and fires. Ball 4. Langenhorst just she knew that was a ball right away and just kind of threw it back. So now, top of the order, Grace Kissel. Single back in the 5th. Scored at the tying run. Right now, she's looking to give her team some momentum and peck away at this lead. First pitch ball. And that one's a strike from Jersey Hoff. Little single here makes things interesting.
Yeah, definitely. This is who they want up in this situation.
She hits it over and not quite too over Childress, who had to extend for it to end the threat. Just when you thought you had something going. That ends the threat. Louisa-Muscatine leaves a pair. We go to the 7th. Wildcats looking to extend their 5-run lead here from the state tournament in Fort Dodge. Back in a moment.
Excelling in athletics takes teamwork, dedication, and a commitment to excellence. These are the same qualities that help our pig farmers and our communities thrive. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics and the student athletes who make us all proud. Visit iowapork.org/WeCare to meet the people behind the pork and hear about our winning approach to caring for our pigs, the environment, and our communities.
SWIC is a community. Southwestern Community College is a place in rural southwest Iowa where students from across the world come to be a part of a tight-knit family, Spartan Nation, where they study, train, grow, thrive, and are called by name, not by number. At SWIC, we are one.
West Lyon 3 outs away from advancing to their title opportunity on Friday. They lead Louisa-Muscatine 9-4 here at the Harlan and Hazel Rogers Softball Complex in Fort Dodge. We're on the north side of town, just across the street from the airport. Does that kind of throw you off seeing the airplanes come in, Reagan?
A little bit. I actually have a teammate who, her boyfriend's family, they fly their plane in Fort Dodge when we're here. So
they do.
So I think it's cool that it's right there. They just, fly
Do you get
here.
a ride?
No, I've never been in the plane.
Okay.
But I think it'd be fun.
Okay. In a plane like that, you had to fly when you went to Europe.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, softball, state softball. We've talked a little bit about it this week, some of those good moments. Help me out on the 5A to 3A to 1A. What's the difference you've noticed, both as a player, now as a reporter? Well, I don't know, communication? I don't know what. You're putting content. You're a content creator.
Sure.
There you go. What do you notice in these levels?
I think in the smaller schools, the 1A, 2A, 3A, we see a lot of multi-sport athletes. These are girls that are playing 4 sports together all year long. They're girls that know each other. With a whole town to back them up, I'm sure there's majority of their town here supporting them today. The bigger schools, you still see multi-sport athletes standouts. I've seen a few. I was a multi-sport athlete myself, but a lot of times there's more softball-specific players as well, so people who are playing travel all year long. And
now, what were your multi-sports?
I swam, I
did.
dove, I bowled.
Okay.
I was a competitive dancer, and I ran track as
There you
well.
go.
Yeah.
Okay, so all those things. And it's not uncommon to hear someone who plays softball, baseball, basketball. I mean, multi-sport versus specialization. Where do you stand?
I'm a big advocate for multi-sport athletes. I think maybe just because I was one myself, but anytime you can get an athlete playing multiple sports, I think it just gives them a little bit of a boost. I think like swimming put me ahead in track, my endurance, I could tell a difference. But I think it's important, like, if there's people out there that want their kids at a young age to specialize, to keep them in multiple sports, because I think it gives them an advantage for sure.
And do you buy into the whole, like, different muscles, but different competition, also different friends?
Yes, I do. I had only one that did all 4 sports with me, so it was fun to be with different groups of people throughout the year.
Did she also do competitive dance, too?
No, she didn't.
Okay. Now, that would have been fun. But, that's something Laura Leonard and I have talked about over the years. It's just the multi-sport athlete. And you see it as it is Langenhorst to lead things off here. No, this is actually a pinch hitter. This is Reese Kramer. Sorry, Kramer, Childress, Barron Scott. Specialization, you do see it, especially in softball. There's always that conversation. That one's hit to right, and that's going to get down, going to be extra bases. Rounding first, digging for second is going to be Reese Kramer, and she's going to lead the West Lions 7th off with a double.
It's a good way to start the inning. Another leadoff hit, leadoff base runner.
There's a lot of pressure on softball players to focus, play travel, play club, not be a part of this high school season. I know my feelings on that. You don't have to give them all, but how important is the club versus school for you in a development for a school in a community?
I mean, I'm lucky enough I got to do both, so.
Childress off the hands is caught by Taylor. One away. It'll bring in Caitlin Barron Scott. So Barron Scott now with a single in the 2nd and 6th. Swing and a miss. And I get the focus. I had a conversation with somebody today, talking about 2 daughters, 2 girls, even in 8th grade, but one focused and one went to play in a very large, the mega conference for softball versus another one, and just the different trajectories. And I think, forgive me here, Reagan, and this is what I say to people a lot of the times. Like, go somewhere where you can play.
Yeah.
Go somewhere where you fit in.
Mm-hmm.
Someone will find you. And if you're good enough, you're going to work your way through. That's hit off the end of the bat. Raymer across to Watkins Schoenig to move the runner across. They throw over to third. No play. And Kramer is now at third with 1 away. Now 2 away. Mallory Cook to bat. (9-4) here in the 7th. Swing and a miss by Cook. Cook put a charge in it back in the 6th. That kind of opened up the floodgates on that last at-bat. How much do you think about that, your last at-bat, when you have a big hit like that? Can you flush? Do you have to flush that too?
I mean, I think you definitely don't want to expect it, but remembering what the approach felt like and what the success felt like.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need it, sometimes you don't. I'm sure it depends on the person and the situation, but I think it's okay to remember it.
That one is fouled away, and we'll do it again here at 0-2. Pitch coming from Taylor. Smack to the right side, and it goes in behind the tarp. They'll throw it back in. Williams has been busy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Williams has at least been involved in 6 plays tonight. That one's hit to center, though, at Grace Kissel, who camps under, catches. And it is down to the final 3 outs for Louisa-Muscatine. Can they keep their season going? They need 5 to tie, 6 to walk it off. Let's see how they do when you return to the 2A semifinal on the digital network, which is powered by Mid-American Energy.
The Iowa Farm Bureau is proud to present the state softball tournament and celebrate the accomplishments of Iowa's student athletes. To the Iowa Farm Bureau, this is more than just a sport. It's hometown pride, it's hopes and dreams, it's our future leaders. It's a reason to do more and be more. And it's that farm strong spirit that can only be found in Iowa. Congratulations to the student athletes and coaches on an outstanding softball season. And remember, today's successes are just the beginning of tomorrow's achievements.
Louisa-Muscatine down to their 3 outs. Grace Kissel, Hannah Kissel, Keely Williams, 2, 3, 4. And Jocelyn Raymer due up. So Grace ended the last inning. It'll be up to Hannah. And she'll go against Jersey Hoff. Hoff looking to get win number 20 on the season as a pitcher. And to give her team 30 wins. Louisa-Muscatine already with 30. Trying to get to 31. Kissel from the left side. Sands batting gloves, holds the bat. Watches the first pitch, go out of the zone, ball 1. Same strategy as in the 6th here for LM.
For sure. Gotta chip away.
1-0. Again, if you're Hoff, and frankly for Coach Severson, try to keep that leadoff runner off.
Yeah, I think it's important the Wildcats just work outs. You've got the lead in the 7th, and you need 3, so.
And puts it in play behind second base and into right field for a base hit. Hannah Kissel earns that one. Leadoff runner aboard here in the 7th, making way for Keely Williams. Not saying let her hit it. That's not what you're saying. You're saying let your defense work for you.
Yes.
Is that a cliche?
Maybe. It's important, though.
It is, though,
yeah.
Right? It's kind of what we talked about earlier in this game. 9-4, the pitch. Bunt laid down. Jersey throws, and it's too late. Great bunt by Williams. When you're bunting down 5, you're trying to put pressure on the defense, I would assume.
Yep.
But if you can get West Lyon to throw the ball around and maybe get that train a little wobbly, is that what's going on here?
Yeah, that was a great place bunt and speed down the first base path there to put that pressure on the defense.
First pitch to Jocelyn Raymer is a strike. Runner at second is Williams. Kissel is at second. Williams is at first. Raymer at the plate. The freshman catcher waits. Hits it in the air to center. Right at Blauett for the out. For out number 1 here in the Louisa-Muscatine 7th inning. Cameron Taylor 0 for 3. Fouls the first one back into the net. In on the hands. Those in on the hand shots in the spring, they have to sting, right?
They do, yeah. It's like a little punishment.
For swinging at a bad pitch?
Yeah.
The pitch. That's outside. I like your approach to the game, Reagan. I wish I would have wrote all these things down that you have said. I like that. Ooh, I like that. The 1-1. Hit in the air towards right. Coming in, making the shoestring grab is Dorna Weird, and there's 2 outs. And West Lyon is an out away from advancing to their first title game in school history. Brian Butler sends Kiki Enriquez to the plate. She's 1 of 2. The runner at second is Kissel. The runner at first is Williams. Hoff looks at her left side. The pitch. Right down the middle for a strike. We move past 7:30 here on Wednesday, July the 23rd, 2025 in this semifinal game. West Lyon trying to slam the door. But Louisa-Muscatine not going away quietly here in the 7th. They put 2 on. Problem is they trail 5 and they're down to their last out. The pitch from Hoff. Chopper, short, on the hop. Throw to they go across to first, not in time. Ball gets away, run's going to come home. Here's the throw, safe. So Kissel scores. Williams to third. Enriquez extends the inning on the infield hit. Grace Hoops, the 8th grader. She has lined the ball hard the last 2 at-bats. Is this the time when one finds some open space? 9-5, your score. West Lyon in the lead. The pitch from Hoff. That's high. They're going to throw down to second and tag the end of the game and end it. Thrown out, caught stealing is Enriquez by Ella Langenhorst, and that's how West Lyon advances to the championship.
That's a really smart play by West Lyon, knowing that there's 2 outs. And they can spare that run to get that out if it scores before, but that's the 3rd one. That's the one you need, so taking it. And
there is the replay that you saw, and it was, yeah, when you think about it in that context, it's the whole, again, back to the cliches. That run doesn't matter. They can't, that is not, that one matters.
Right,
yeah.
Yep.
All right, Reagan, West Lyon in the championship game against Van Meter. Battle for the color blue, but what do you see early? Just quick thoughts here. What do you see from West Lyon?
The offense tonight, I think if they bring that, they'll be successful against Van Meter. They'll see good pitching and a good Van Meter offense. But if the West Lyon offense can work like it did tonight, I think they got a shot at their first title.
And for Louisa-Muscatine, put a quick button on their squad.
Yeah, good energy, a really tight-knit squad from what I've learned. 3 pairs of sisters, really gritty, lots of tough competition they've faced, but a really good season that they put together. Save your notes on Louisa-Muscatine. They will be back at state probably as early as next year. West Lyon advances to the 2A championship with a 9-5 win here in Class 2A. 1 more to go on the semifinal. It'll take place here for Reagan Hassel. I'm Paul Yeager. Our director today is Randy Nielsen. Thank you so much for watching the Digital Network. So long from Fort Dodge. We'll see you later.